This is Tank's Vlog, wrapping up the day in sports, September 11th, 2017. Those Cleveland Indians, they just don't lose. 11-0. They just absolutely mauled the Detroit Tigers tonight at Jacobs Field. Now they are one win away from equaling the American League record for the longest winning streak ever. This is the winning streak that they made a movie out of. They made that basically the whole movie Moneyball was culminating with that big winning streak that the Oakland A's went on in 2002. So will it be a movie about the Cleveland Indians? Will there be a Major League 3? Well, I don't know about that, but Carlos Carrasco, another great pitching performance. They're getting great hitting. They're getting great pitching. Jay Bruce. Oh, God. Why didn't I trade him? Now, and especially with Conforto out, and you know they're not going to bring him back. Mets. But 11-0. Pirates beat the Brewers today, which I think they're going to get a nice thank you card from the Cubs, who are off today. The top two National League wildcard teams went at it, and Nolan Arenado delivered a big 3-run homer as the Rockies beat the Diamondbacks. The Rockies have to do extra work to get the wildcard spot, to get the second wildcard spot, because the Diamondbacks have a 4-game lead on them, but if they could make hay in Arizona, they might make some serious run at even getting the top wildcard spot. It's incredible. As baseball finally gets into its last couple of weeks, the stretch drives are upon us. And at Citi Field tonight, it felt like a out-of-body experience as the Yankees played the Tampa Bay Rays. The game was, of course, relocated because of Hurricane Irma. And the only seats that were available were the lower bowl seats for $25. So there was naturally a lot of Yankee fans there. And the Yankees, with a big home run by Todd Frazier, won the game 5-1. That was basically limited night in baseball, typical Monday night baseball. But the first week of the NFL season means there's a doubleheader in the NFL. And the first game, we got the Minnesota Vikings, who last year started 5-0, but finished 8-8, trying to erase that bad taste out of their mouth. Their former top All-Pro runner was back, Adrian Peterson, but he was playing for the New Orleans Saints. And, it's funny. You get some of these greatest runners that end up playing with other teams when their careers ended. Marcus Allen, he was good in Kansas City, but Franco Harris, he played 1 year in Pittsburgh, 1 year in Seattle, unremarkable. Tony Dorsett played 1 year in Denver, not very good. And Emmitt Smith, he struggled in Arizona. And Adrian Peterson's New Orleans debut was not very good. He looked like he was about to, if looks could kill, Sean Payton would be dead right now, as he only got 6 touches and 18 yards. Meanwhile, the rookie that replaced him, Dalvin Cook, had 22 carries, 127 yards. The Vikings pretty much manhandled the Saints. A bad defensive team the Saints are. 29-19. Sam Bradford had all day to throw behind that reworked offensive line. 346 yards, 3 touchdowns. The nightcap was quite interesting. Los Angeles Chargers went into Denver. Phillip Rivers had his traditional costly interception with which came with his the patented tantrum. And the Broncos, they built a 24-7 lead in the fourth quarter. But then they started using the Falcons' fourth quarter game plan from the Super Bowl 51, and all of a sudden, the Chargers were back within a field goal. They Trevor Siemian took a bad sack, got knocked out of field goal range, and the Chargers had the chance to tie the game, but the Broncos blocked the game time field goal attempt. Now, this kid Koo, he made the first attempt, but they said that there was a timeout called by the Broncos coach. Now, here's the thing. I don't like this freezing to the kicker. I think once the ball is whistled into play on a field goal attempt, they can't call a timeout. That should be the rule. I mean, when you do it just before they're about to snap the ball, and you call a timeout, the kick is made or missed. It just is very disruptive. I've never liked it, to tell you the truth. I've always preferred that what they should do is, once the ball is whistled in play on a kick, you can't call timeout. I've always felt it was Bush League. But it paid off this time because they blocked a kick after he made the first attempt. So the Broncos held on to win, even though they just played brutal football down the stretch of that game. So let's take a look at our 3 stars. It's Sam Bradford, who had that big game in Minnesota against the Saints. Stephen Brault of the Pirates, who pitched allowed just 1 hit in 6 innings against the Milwaukee Brewers. And Nolan Arenado, who had that big home run as the Rockies beat the Diamondbacks. Today's birthday shout-out goes to Yao Ming, who turns 37. You know, he came to America, much hype, number 1 pick, had a couple of good years, but then he broke down, and somehow he's in the Hall of Fame. He's 37, he's in the Hall of Fame, the NBA Hall of Fame. I tell you, that's like the, you got the 4 major Hall of Fames. Baseball Hall of Fame is like getting into an Ivy League school. Very difficult, only the elite get in, and probably more should get in. Football is like a state college. They just throw a whole bunch of people in every year. Hockey is like the elite private school. It's difficult to get in, but you can get in if you have the right stats. The NBA Hall of Fame is like community college. Everyone gets in. Tracy McGrady's in the Hall of Fame. That's all you need to know. And today's On This Date looks back at Tom Cheney, who pitched 16 innings and struck out 21 batters for the Washington Senators in 1962, throwing 228 pitches. I guess there were no pitch counts back then. So check that out at Barstool Sports. We also completed our update at Sports Encyclopedia of the Detroit Lions, so check that out below. And stop by Sports Encyclopedia each and every day, because that's where sports history lives. Good day.